Hello, everyone. Here's round two. Thank you so much for joining me. I decided to start the stream and do my introductory speech here on the first try, and I forgot to unmute myself. Also, forgot to unmute JR. So let's see if I can do a better job this time. I assume everybody can hear me. I hope everybody can hear me. But it's time for my favorite stream of the year, which is where I reveal the Atlantic League playoff bracket. I am joined today by ITSL administrator and Champions League administrator J.R. Jones. J.R. Jones, how you doing?
I'm familiar with running a league and then not making the playoffs in it, so you're in good company here.
Yeah. So it's great. It's really a great feeling. Ted is dissatisfied with playoff tiebreakers. Yep. Yes, that's true. I randomly booted Ted out of the playoffs because he was tied for a playoff spot. Just like I randomly decided that he finished third in the in the tiebreaker last year. So
I
yeah,
thought it was controversial. I thought it was controversial that your playoff tiebreaker was Ted loses, but ultimately it's your league, so if that's what you want to do, who are we to stop you?
yeah. Ted loses tiebreakers is I mean yeah. If you're looking at the screen here, yes, yes. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. So I mean that's what it is. So there we go. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on. So just to give you an overview of the bracket, we're going to have 12 players have qualified. The group winners of each of the four groups will get a bye to the second round, and then the twos and threes will play each other in the first round. And we will set up the bracket in a way in which there can be no rematches from group play until at the earliest the semifinals. So I've got the wheels of names here, and Jr. So we're looking. You've got the list of qualifiers here. Tell me if you had made the playoffs. I don't know anything about making the playoffs, but if you had made the playoffs, who would you be looking to avoid here out of this group? Jr. I can't hear you. Oh boy, here we go. Jr. I cannot hear you. Jr. Jr. Are you there? This is absurd. The production value here is terrible. Okay, but you know what? If you want to see the bracket, you're going to have to just bear with us. Yep, yep. So Ted is mad that he's not in the playoffs. I hear that. I'm mad that I'm not in the playoffs. I also finished 4-3, just like Ted, and did not make the playoffs. Jr.
Hello.
Jr.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
That's so weird. I don't know. Okay, so what I was trying to say, but you couldn't hear me, was the player who I don't want to see in this bracket is going to be Ryan. I mean, by anyone's estimation, Ryan's just one of the best Twilight struggle players in the world, which is not to insult anyone else. That's a very good playoff bracket, but he's number one who I would want to miss. Anyone else, I'd say, well, I'll take a coin flip or whatever odds that I win. But Ryan, I'm not feeling good. Ryan, I need a lot of play deck if I'm going to beat him.
Yeah. I was not tied for second in my group, Ted. So I actually was fourth place in my group at 4-3. Unfortunately, three people won 5 games in my group. But in your group, four people won 4 games. So two of these four were allowed to go to the playoffs. And I decided randomly that John and Michael would get to go and that you get to stay home. So, yep, congratulations. Hey, maybe next time don't lose to Michael and Gabriel. Maybe don't do
That's
that
good.
next time, right?
That's good advice. That's good advice.
Better if you want to make the playoffs, win more games. Is that right, Jr.?
Yeah, I would have gone 7-0.
Yeah. And now,
Simple as that.
yeah. Speaking of 7-0, speaking of 7-0, I do want to give a shout out to Scott Sennin, who did just that. He's the only player to get through group play undefeated at 7-0. And Harry Wu also deserves a shout out. He was the only player to get through group play with 6 victories, finished up 6-1, actually in the same group, only losing to Scott. So Group A was a bit stratified, as it were. And then we had some serious chaos in Groups B and D, even a little bit in Group C. Unfortunately, I wound up on the wrong end of that chaos. But, what the heck else is new in Atlantic League? Am I right?
That's right. That's right.
All right, JR, should we get to the reveals here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So are you gonna place the 4 1 seeds first, or
Yeah.
are you gonna do
I think we'll do the
okay.
1 seeds first. I think that's fine.
Makes sense.
So I've got the wheel of names here with all the 1 seeds, and we'll place them first. So at the top of the bracket will be Ryan Pindlick. JR, talk about Ryan and why you're afraid of him.
Well, I just hyped him up a little bit, but I mean, Ryan's a great player. He beat us up in his team beat us up a little bit in the U.S. Cup. Ryan is consistently one of those guys who's in all of the playoffs for every league. I mean, he's been around for longer than I have for sure. He's just a top player, one of the consistently in the top 20 or so players. I guess he's probably a little lower right now because the Americans have been letting us down there, but really, really good player. Definitely at this, the guy who I would say is the favorite just to make it through this bracket right now.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Oh, do I spin the wheel to decide which socks to wear every day? No. Joke's on you, Ted. I just wear sandals. I spin the wheel to decide what socks Merrick wears every day. But moving on, opposite Ryan will be Scott. So Scott Senin takes the second slot on here in the bracket out of Group A. So Scott and Ryan could potentially meet in the semifinals. Scott, a member of Team USA, although I am planning to have elections for Team USA next year. So that should be fun. But yeah, Scott has struggled in Atlantic League just like I have in years past. But this year made an emphatic statement at 7-0 in group play, and we will see if he can carry that through to the playoff stage.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see how he does. Scott's one of those players who I don't see a whole lot, so excited. Hopefully, get some of those games streamed or something.
Yes. Okay, and we are also looking at Jim Hafley will take,
Rhymes with safely.
Yeah, right. It does rhyme with safely. That's absolutely correct. Siri does not understand that it rhymes with safely. It can be funny to hear him try and pronounce Hafley when he is sending me a text. And that means Josiah out of Group C will take the last slot. So there we have it. So we'll have Jim and Josiah on the bottom half, Ryan and Scott on the top half. Ryan and Scott, established veterans. Jim and Josiah, a little bit newer to the community, so could have a bit of an old versus new type situation, perhaps a changing of the guard. We will see. But that's where that's how our number 1 seeds line up. Now we will move ahead to our number 2 seeds. So we now need to draw this matchup for the right to play Ryan. We cannot have Charlie in this matchup. So if we draw Charlie, we'll just respin. Sure enough, because why wouldn't we, right? And you're using your words, JR. Why wouldn't we?
Well, it has to happen. There was never a doubt.
Okay. John Kim will be the number 2 seed coming out of Group D. Playing for the right.
And Justin, real quick, you might want to move Jim up a spot there. I think he's in the wrong spot for the A's.
Fantastic. See, I'm having a day here. Thank you very much, JR.
You're welcome.
Okay, and who's going to face John? We're looking at the number 3 seed here. So John cannot face Max, and he cannot face Michael. So he can only face Steven or Tim, which is good because John likes to play late at night, and these two guys I know don't mind playing late at night. He's going to get Steven out of Group C. Steven beat me in the winner go home game to knock me out of the playoffs. Right before I was knocked out of the ITSL playoffs by Derek. I think it was like 24 hours between the two, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I love. Don't you just love everything about Twilight Struggle, Jr.
It's great. It's great. I love it when I lose like 8 important games in a row and just feel really happy and glad that
Yeah.
this is what I do with my spare time.
Yes, I feel the same way. Lately, I have just been an absolute Twilight Struggle god in meaningless OTSL games, but important games that decide championships, I've just I can't figure out how to. I cannot buy a win. So it's been really great.
Well, you have to defend your championship there, so maybe you'll do it.
Yeah, we'll see. Probably get matched up with Michael Stryker very early in the playoffs and just get 2-0'd by him. So I would love it if that didn't happen. But then I'm going to need Browning to lose a game. So come on, Browning, make sure you lose one so I can have the division title. No, just kidding. We like Browning around here. All right, moving along. Next stage. So we are looking at this spot to play against Scott. We cannot have Harry in this spot, so it can only be Charlie or Michael. And so this time we do get Charlie.
There we go.
Out of Group B. And then we can't have anybody from Group A or B here, so we can only get Michael, actually, because we can't get Steven. So it'll be Michael Pustilnik. No, sorry, not what? No.
No, Michael McKibben.
Yes, so Steven is gone. And that's... Did I do this?
You're missing Max there, Max Dubois.
Yes, that's right. Okay, sorry about that. So we can't... what I meant to say is we can't get Max. We cannot get... we can't get Tim here. And so... and Steven's already taken. So this has to be Michael McKibben. Out of Group D. So Michael, the proud pioneer, was the first, I believe he was the first or second to finish his group stage. Finished 4-3. Probably thought he was cooked, but with all the chaos in his group, he was able to sneak into the playoffs on multiple rounds of tiebreakers. What Ted is complaining about, folks, is that with a 4-way tie here, we had to go to head-to-head. John and Michael each won 2 games. John beat Michael and Gabriel. Michael beat Gabriel and Ted. So they, at 2-1 in this little mini group here, advanced to the playoffs. Well, Gabriel beat only Ted, and Ted beat only John. So they are on the sidelines there. Perfectly straightforward, right, JR? No notes?
No, that does make sense. And I know you love your tiebreakers. So next year you should make them more esoteric if possible. Just really get out there, you know?
Yeah. Just make it more fun. Okay, Ted says he's got to go poop. So he's going to do that. We can proceed with the rest of this draw in peace. Fantastic.
Good.
Yeah, everything's good. Okay, so we move along. We need a number 2 seed here. We've got, speaking of poop, we need a number 2 seed in this group. So we've got...
this has to be Michael, right? He's the C, and he can't go down with Josiah,
Yeah.
so we just are going to pop Michael right in right now.
Yeah, so number 2... So the number 2 seed here has to be... it has to be Harry, because Michael... No, that's right. It has to be Michael.
Right, because we can't have Michael down in that last bracket.
Yes, he's 2C, which puts Harry down here. So he's 2A. And then do we have a decision to make here? So Michael's gone, so we have Tim and Max, and Tim cannot go with Harry, so Tim has to go here.
Perfect.
3A, and then that puts Max here. Okay.
Looks perfect.
So there's our bracket. We got let's see, BDC, BDA, DCA, ABC. Perfect. All right, we are all set. So this is how the bracket is going to shake out. And we will have this first round Deadline is roughly October 5th. I'm not too particular about it. We will have then obviously the quarterfinals. Now, JR, talk to me about Atlantic League. We do have 32 participants. Does that mean we get 4 slots in Champions League?
Yeah, that sounds right to me. I reserve the right to change my mind on saying that that's true, but I'm pretty positive that with 32 people, you're getting 4 slots there.
Yeah. So you were
That
you reserve
sounds.
the right to employ the same method of tiebreakers that I applied to Ted, and it'll only give us 3 spots like last year.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, 26 plus, you're supposed to get 4 spots. So you got 4 spots. Lock
Okay.
it up. So everyone who gets to the semis will earn a Champions League spot.
Yes, so that's very good. And then I suppose if we have at least one semifinalist who is still alive in OTSL, then we need to play a fifth place, a quick fifth place playoff, right? Again, but with our quarterfinals, so we have an
Yeah,
alternate.
that gets a little messy. So I'm leaving that up to you. If I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm just going to say, hey, Justin, who's fifth place, and you have to figure out a way to tell me who that was.
Yeah,
So
and I definitely don't want to be accused of spinning the wheel wrong. So we'll see if folks want to play in a fifth place playoff, but we'll deal with that when it comes. Hoping for good Atlantic League representation in the OTSL playoffs. We'll see how things shake out. But okay, all right. Well, here's the bracket. You told me right up front you'd want to avoid Ryan, and John and Steven are the two who will play for the right to face him. All right, so you've already picked Ryan, so give me Jr. You got to give me your favorite other than Ryan, and then give me your dark horse guy who is not a number one seed, who can make a little bit of a run here.
right, favorite other than Ryan, I don't remember. I kind of feel like at the start of the season, I gave my original dark horse pick to Josiah coming out of the 3 pot. So I'm going to stick with that and say that of the 1 seeds who aren't Ryan, I'll
Yeah,
take just Josiah going all the way there. And then my dark horse, I'm going to go with Tim Furrow, the once great Tim Furrow.
yeah,
Perhaps fallen from grace, but there's a good player in there somewhere. He just has to remember how to roll dice or something. So
yes. I
I believe in him.
that's a great pick. Tim, yeah, has struggled a little bit, but came back strong in Atlantic League. And came back strong in the ITSL playoffs, got all the way to the quarterfinals. So he had himself a good ITSL season. And
Yeah,
yeah,
he's on a hot streak.
we have we had a couple players from pot one, but we had representation here all the way down in every pot, all the way to pot seven. So Michael McKibben out of pot seven. We had Charlie Wilson out of pot six. We had John out of pot five. We had Michael and Tim out of pot four. Josiah and Jim from pot three. 3 of our pot two players made it, and then just 2 from pot one. So, not a lot of chalk here in Atlantic League. Anybody can win.
No, that's awesome. I think it's really cool that you got guys from 7 of the 8 pots into the playoffs. That's really really fun league.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. And except when you're one of the guys in pot one who doesn't make it, as I always
True.
seem to be. I've been in pot one all 5 years of Atlantic League, and I have missed the playoffs now 3 years out of the 5.
That doesn't sound ideal, Justin.
No, and I have lost. I'm 1-3 in playoff series when I do make it. So it's not as if, oh well, as long as he makes the playoffs, he's fine. No, no, I struggle there as well. So Atlantic League has not been my strong suit, but we've got a bracket. So I will be emailing this out to folks, and we hope we can get some of these matches to be recorded and broadcast on my channel. Get you some Atlantic League playoff action. But yeah, so this is what we'll have for the next couple of months in Atlantic League. I'm looking forward to seeing what you cook up over there in Western League as well. Yeah, you would think I know that, Peter, but I'm not sure that I do. So, all right, Jr. Any final thoughts here before we wrap up?
No, good luck to all these players. I'm excited to see how it goes. Maybe I'll sneak into the Western League playoffs. I'm right on the edge right there. So maybe I'll see some of you guys in the Champions League.
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. We are we'll sign off now. But until next time, and unfortunately, next time will probably be one of my more humiliating streams of the year, as that's when Blitz playoffs will start. So, really looking forward to embarrassing myself there as well. But until next time, for J.R. Jones, it's Justin Abrams signing off for now. That was fun, but now it's done. So long, everybody.